Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. I'm your host Khalid Mohidin, and this is the daily show. Now we're doing something a little different. As you can see, we've gone live for this one because I thought that it would be awesome to actually chat to you guys in the comments and see what you guys think about the topic that we're talking about. Obviously, we're going to be talking about your favorite domestic cricketers and just having a little chat about who do you think is going to stand out in this 4-day competition. Obviously, hopefully, it's going to kick off on the 2nd of November. That's what everybody's hoping for. We're still waiting for the conclusions from Cricket South Africa and the government to find out actually what is going on and whether we are going to have cricket on the 2nd of November. So, welcome to everybody in the comments. I can see Leah there. Welcome to the show. And I see Engineer Sadiq again in the comments. Welcome to the show. I just want to let everybody know that this is obviously an interactive live call-in for us. So we also going to give an opportunity for some of you guys out there, some of the fans, to come onto the show. So if you want to come into the show, of course, all you have to do is just email us. The email address is on the screen. And the email address is also in the comment section. So you can go to the email address and email us at cricketfanaticsmag@gmail.com. And we will send you the link and you can join me on the screen and we can have a chat about the different people that you have chosen, the different domestic cricketers that you've chosen. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to reveal it because obviously on social media, we put out the question. We put out this question on who your favorite domestic cricketers is. Obviously on Twitter, you guys really responded, on Instagram too. So I'm going to show you some of the comments that you guys have made and obviously talk about them. To the people that have joined in right now, welcome to the show. And there is the email address on the screen if you want to join me on the show and come have a chat with me about some of the players that people have selected. We've got quite a few to get through, so just bear with me. I hope you guys enjoy it. And obviously, you can get involved in the live comments as well and have a chat with me over there too. Hello, Bashir. How are you doing? Welcome to the show as well. If you want to come join me, you can just go to the email address on the screen and you can join me if that's what you would like. But let's get through some of the players that people have picked on social media. It was quite interesting. There's a lot to get through. So let's get through all of them. So first up, we had Sapang that tweeted us and said Wandile Makwetu. So much promise there. Now, Wandile, obviously, young wicketkeeper and batsman, and he recently captained the Knights. And it's quite a change for him because obviously he switched from the Titans to the Knights, etc. And the way he's performed over there, a whole different ball game for him, obviously, to take the responsibility. We're hoping that obviously he can step it up and obviously take his game to the next level. Someone like Bashir that's in the comments will know what type of caliber of player he is, and you can maybe educate some of the guys in the comments about him and what you think about him. But there is a lot of promise over there. I remember seeing him at Kamajola Week and for Gauteng, and the way he brought the whole team together was quite phenomenal as well. They did a lot of singing together, a lot of team building, etc. And they looked like quite a together unit and a cohesive unit, and it was quite nice to see that he has that ability to bring people together. Very talented batsman. Obviously won awards at the CSA Awards as well, his first award, so that was quite awesome to see. And so Sapang is obviously talking about, for example, Wandile. I want to know what you guys think though about Wandile. Are you guys excited to see him in the new season? Are you excited to see him obviously play with a lot of new talent? We know that, for example, at the Knights, we've got a guy called Keegan Peterson that just moved away from the Knights now to open up an opportunity for someone like Matthew Clay. In fact, we've chatted about that in a previous video that is in the Daily Show, and you can have a look at some of the new signings that we're excited to see. But this show is not about that. The show is all about your guys' favorite players and who you guys think are the top domestic talents and who your favorite domestic talents are. So obviously, Sapang has that, and he's chosen Wandile Makwetu. So let's go to the next one. We've had another one over here, Ayanda. We're hoping for Ayanda to call in. He spoke about maybe calling into the show. Let's see if he has the time available to come join us. But he said there's quite a few, but he'd say that his favorite is Rudy Second now. This is obviously excluding the Proteas players. I've made it very clear, actually. I should actually make it very clear that it's not we don't want you to pick Proteas players necessarily, potential Proteas maybe. Yes, you can choose one that guys that haven't really played many Proteas matches, obviously. Guys like Calverena and Super Ramza and George Linder haven't really played a lot for the Proteas, so maybe they can come in and obviously you can choose some of them. But okay, Rudy Second, phenomenal player. I mean, a lot of experience. I saw him actually in a coaching role as well, in the MSL as well, and it was quite interesting to see him in that role. Um, like the way the players listen to him and respect him, obviously, and a lot of, I think, fellow peers also respect him quite a lot. And obviously, we could keep a batsman, but amazing ability that he has, and Ayanda picking him as his favorite. I see over here, Sadiq, that you say 4-day batsman van Tonda, while Dylan Makweto, fast bowler, Burger, spinner Van Berg, all-rounder Mulder. Those are some excellent names that you've mentioned there. Guys, you can get your favorites in as well. Yeah, Nandre Berger is looking promising, obviously, at the Cobras. He's going to be taking a lot of responsibility with a lot of the older guys having left. Guys like Werner Philander, Rory Kleinveld have obviously left the franchise now and have retired from franchise cricket. We're not sure. It's still not 100% certain what Werner Philander is going to do, because obviously his deal fell through to go play county cricket. So hopefully, maybe they will get him back in the Cobra setup. We don't know what's going to happen over there and what he's going to do. I haven't really heard from him and what he's going to be doing in that light. And obviously, with regards to spinner Van Berg, it's a very interesting one as well. A very good spinner as well. He was one of the top spinners in the competition last season. So behind Sabrina, of course, and one of the older guys and one of the more experienced guys in the side. Vian Mulder, very exciting all-rounder as well. We have an lockdown episode with Vian in our playlist. You guys can go have a look in the playlist. For that episode, you get to know a lot about Vian, and we even brought on a special guest. You're going to have to go watch that video to see who it was. Sadiq, don't spoil it for everybody. I know you watched that one live, so don't spoil it for the people in the comments. They must go watch that episode with Vian Mulder, which is quite exciting. Bashir Walters, obviously, calling his teammates Sinik Klashile. Yo, I almost botched that one. But Sinitemba Klashile is another guy that I've saw at Kaimajolo Week. A lot of promise, a lot of talent, good wicketkeeper as well. But his ability to concentrate long time, take his time at the crease, concentrate in the longer formats. I actually saw him in the longer formats. Obviously, that's where he dominated at Kaimajolo Week. And obviously had a very good first season for the Warriors. And we're looking for him to repeat it. He had a difficult season last season, but we're looking for him to repeat it. It's very young still, so he has a lot of place to grow and a lot of time to grow. And obviously, with guys like Bashir at the Warriors and other guys, experienced guys at the Warriors, that can really help him and take his game to the next level. So give him a little push there, Bashir. Give him a hard time in the net so he can become a better player and he can keep his concentration. Very talented, very good player. And I'm hoping that he gets a long, prosperous season in the rest of his career. I know the Proteas only gave him an opportunity in the T20 format. I actually like him more in the longer format. I think he needs to take his time at the crease, get his eye in. He has an amazing stroke plays, keeps the ball down. He's not a guy that's going to go look for the big shots necessarily. So I think he's molded for Test cricket, for 4-day cricket, but he can also, obviously, he can play all formats, I feel. And I'm very excited to see what Seni can do in the future. And what Sadiq said over here is 1-day batsman Ackerman. Yes, of course. Ackerman, Rulofsson also. But I mean, Ackerman's now 4-day captain. So we're already hoping that he can take his game to the next level in the 4-day arena. And very talented. Very, he plays a lot of unorthodox shots, people say. But to me, it's about, I think that giving him that responsibility will take his cricket to the whole next level. I think he'll value his wicket a lot more. Not like he didn't value his wicket before, but I think he'll take less risks. But on the flip side, you don't really want a player like Marcus Ackerman to hold back. You want to see him in full flow. You want to see him in full swing. You want him to be able to let loose and play his shots and do that for the Dolphins. They've obviously strengthened their side as well. And I think that it brings stability to their side. Giving someone like Keegan Peterson into that side, it brings stability. So obviously, Marcus, when he walks out at number 4, if he's going to bat at number 4, if he walks out at number 4, he has someone like Keegan that he can walk out to, that can just solidify and play and build a partnership in the middle overs so that he can play his expansive game even if he wants to. Obviously, Rulofsson had an amazing season last season, even in 4-day cricket and as well as in 1-day cricket. One of the top scorers, obviously won an award in the 50-over format at the CSA Awards. So he also has a lot of potential in white ball cricket, or at least he's shown his potential already there. Yes, George Linder as well. Obviously, he made his Test debut last year, which was a very exciting moment for him. He even scored 2 centuries for the Cobras last year. It's funny. It's his maiden Test century, and he scored, I think, the following game or 2 games from there, he also scored another century. So he's really upped his game with regards to the bat, and really cemented his spot in that Cobra side. He's become a very important player in that Cobra side. So we're hoping that he can obviously take his game to the next level under the captaincy of Zubair Hamza, of course. And I know a lot of them all get along very well. So I'm looking forward to see how they bond as a team and how they take their game to the next level. Yeah, Fian Lover, what can I say? We know he's a channel favorite. His move to the Warriors, very interesting. Bashir can give us some insight into that and how you guys have been training, etc., with him. But we've had an amazing interview with Fian, and we're going to get him on the show again to catch up with him again. But he gave us like an IPL preview. You can see that in our playlist as well. But yes, it's an opportunity for him to actually take his 4-day cricket to a next level. I think he's a very underrated 4-day cricketer. I remember watching him at Paul, where he scored a century. He was phenomenal on that day. The wicket wasn't the greatest wicket to play on, and the conditions weren't the greatest, but he put in an amazing performance over there. He really batted really well. I like him in the 4-day arena. I think now moving from the Lions, because obviously the Lions have the star-studded Proteas, you can say like Proteas candidates that are all in their side. So obviously it was difficult for him to like push his authority in that team and really solidify his time in the team. Especially he's a person that needs to bat up the order a little bit. Like I think 5-6 is good for him. He will be able to slot in that position, but I think he can even go further up if he gets the opportunity. Really excited to see what he can do with the Warriors. I mean, it's a real talented side. I'm a big fan of the Warriors, even though I'm a Cobras fanatic or Cobras fan because I'm from Cape Town. But the Warriors is a team that I really enjoy watching play, and the guys in that team, the humbleness in that side is just phenomenal to be around them. Whenever they come down to Cape Town, they're always phenomenal. Here we go. Bashir said we just came off a 2-day game. Vian is looking good, hitting the ball sweetly. That's fun. That's great to hear. I'm really happy about that. He must be creating a nice vibe, because I know he gets along with a lot of the guys as well. So that's quite awesome as well. Before I get to some of the more of you guys' comments, let's go to some of the other guys that have selected some more people on social media. We've got a guy over here that said Tiernus de Bruin. Now that's a quite an interesting one to look at, because Tiernus has been, I don't really want to be completely controversial, but Tiernus has been one of those guys that have been performing on a consistent basis, obviously in 4-day cricket. His numbers are incredible. His average, I think, is close to 60 in a lot of the seasons. He bats really well in the 4-day competition. He made a switch, obviously, last year to the Titans, when he did the switch, it really opened up Keegan Peterson to be able to become when he was initially at the Knights, but now Keegan is obviously left to the Dolphins. But and it's also given now an opportunity for Reinhard van Tonder to actually step up in that side now. But Tiernus de Bruin has been quite a dominant player, obviously in domestic cricket. He hasn't really quite made that step up to the Test arena, which a lot of players would love to see. A lot of fans would like to see that. Him step up into that arena and really dominate. We only saw that 1 century that he scored in Sri Lanka. That was obviously a great performance from him, but he's never really hit it home and really solidified his spot there in that Test side. For that number 3 position, number 4 position, he's one of those players that are going to try to push for that position. So it's a big season, I think, for Tiernus de Bruin in the 4-day arena, because he's not going to be really affected by, if England come down to play a series in South Africa, he's not going to really be affected by that, because I don't think he's in the white ball plans. So he'll have a big opening season, obviously in the 4-day arena, to really solidify his spot and really push. A guy like Zubair Hamza as well, who hasn't really been seen as a white ball cricketer for the Proteas, he will also have a massive big start to the season. Before tests are announced for South Africa, I don't know when that's going to be. I'm trying to find out from people to see when first Test series will be announced. Obviously, we first have to get England down here and show that we are able to host them and do everything within the COVID rules, etc., and be able to do all of that. So, yeah, Prasad, obviously one of the channel favorites too. He always comes on and he gets involved in the comments when he can. So thank you for that tweet, Prasad. Another one over here, let's check out some of the others. Rulofsson and Brzezinski. So we had a chat about Rulofsson. Bretsky, another fan favorite or another channel favorite as well. We had a whole podcast episode with Matthew. It was quite fun. He's always game to have a chat with us. So it's a lot of fun to chat with him and get him involved. So he co-hosted a podcast with me the other two nights ago, I think 2 Sundays ago. So go check that out in our podcast playlist. You'll see that one. We even got a special guest. I'm not going to say who the special guest is. Bye, guys in the comments. Don't spoil it for the guys in the comments. They must go watch the episode. Let's see who Matthew brought on as a special. Oh, you didn't know it was a surprise guest, so we brought him on and we had some fun with him as well. We chatted a bit of IPL as well. So let's get to some of the comments as well. I think Abai is very active over here. Gee was Abai, you're also very active. Thank you so much for getting active and always helping out. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was talking about earlier on. Lubba underrates himself too. Yeah, Lubba's unbelievably humble. You're 100% correct. He's unbelievably humble. I've never met a guy that when he works out in the middle, he looks so confident. And then when you speak to him, so humble about his performances. So incredible person. Obviously, you saw his white ball capabilities for Durban Heat, but I really rate him in the 4-day arena. Abai saying hi to Bashir. Good luck to you and the Warriors for the season. Abai was also saying, I think Subs is another good play to keep an eye on. The franchise system may bring about a breakthrough season. Yes, that could. We had a chat about a little bit earlier. To the guys that have tuned in, if you guys want to call me in, just send me a quick email and I'll send you the link to the stream and you can come join me on the stream and have a chat with me about different things. It will be fun to have you guys on here and you can interact with the fans too. So there's the email address on the screen and it's in the description, I think, as well. Just let me know if it's not there. I think I have put it there though. Let's go to the next comment we've got over here. Another one from Sadiq. How about the new signings? How are they doing? He wants to know. We did an awesome episode with, if I can remember correctly, we've done a couple of episodes about the new season with Zubair Hamza, for example. We spoke about the new season and how guys are settling in. I spoke to Corbin Bosch as well about that, how guys are settling in. We obviously had the podcast with Matthew. We spoke about how the Warriors guys and the new signings are settling in. I spoke to Ryan Rickleton as well. You can go check that in the Daily Show playlist as well. We spoke about how the new Lions guys have settled in. And I know Bashir will be a little bit sad. I don't know how sad. I don't know if you'll express it to the people, but about some key guys leaving. Obviously, someone like Lutus Pamla and Sander Magala, who were very key bowlers in that side and obviously partners of his, and obviously moving over to the Lions. And Ryan Dickleton basically gave us some insights. So go check that in the playlist. Obviously, in our playlist, you can go have a check at that. Another guy, obviously, Bretsky and Van Tonda. Those are the two youngsters. I know they get along very well. We've had Reiner van Tonda on the Lockdown series as well as Matthew Bretsky on the Lockdown series. Both of them, you can go check that in the playlist as well. They're quite phenomenal. Both very talented players. I think this is their breakthrough season. I think this is where they step up and start putting their name in the hat for SAA sides got on a regular basis. Obviously, then maybe pushing for the Proteas side. I'm hoping that the test arena, obviously in the test arena, that they get to build players for the next generation, because I think we need to take our test side to the next generation now. It's time for us to see those young guys and take them to the next level. Bashir says you can't give much away. You're gonna have to wait until the season starts. Of course, you're not gonna give anything away, but it's great to hear from you, and I'm glad that you are well. Let's look at some other guys that you guys have mentioned. Dylan Matthews. Yeah, another player that's very talented. I'm hoping that he can also step up and show his capabilities. We've had some comments in the comment section about someone telling us that we need to talk more about Dylan. If anybody knows how we can get a hold of Dylan, I need to try and get a hold of Dylan. Maybe we can have him on the show sometime and we can have a chat with him to see how he's doing. We need to find a legacy spinner soon, and considering he's the franchise scene to the Warriors, he's got talent. A lot of Warriors players getting picked out here, but she must be brimming here. We are hearing about all these guys picking out so many Warriors players for the new season. Very exciting for you guys. Marco Barre, another player. He can hit the ball really hard in T20 cricket. Obviously, another Warriors guy. if I'm not mistaken. And so there's another opportunity for you guys to see some extra talent. I mean, he was quite phenomenal, MSL. I did an interview with him. It's in our exclusive interviews. Go check that out. He tells us about his career. We did it quite a while back, but you'll see it in our exclusive interviews. If you scroll through our playlist, you'll see it there. Janssen twins. That's an interesting one. So now we did an episode. I know I'm punting a lot of shows, but we did an episode with the Janssen twins in our lockdowns episode series. The playlist, you can go check it out. Both of them won, Tuan and Marco. They spoke about how they're feeling about the one going to the other, to a rival team. Obviously, both of them spoke about it. Marco and Tuan are actually very similar players. It's quite frightening. They're twins, same bowling arm, same batting. I think this just about their attitudes. I think that Marco is more of an introvert and Tuan is more of an extrovert. You'll see that in the interview, actually. So it's quite phenomenal, the way they think about cricket and the way they are with each other. It was a lot of fun to interview the both of them. So go check them out as well. Okay, cool. We've got another comment over here. We actually have a tweet from him too. I've been trying to track Dylan down. Where is he? He was not contracted. So that is something that we need to go hunt him down. I need to get hold of him somehow. It would be awesome if I can have a chat with him. Let's pull up your comment quickly. Thank you for tuning in. Let's find your one. And it's over here. We go. So I have one of my favorite 4, 5, then 5. Okay, so I'm watching that one. It's too small for me to read. I have more than one favorite, more than 5 actually. It's the youngster. It's the youngsters for me. Favorite batsman is Ackerman. Favorite keeper, Wandy. But I've had revised my 5 quicks. Have you thought about your 5 quicks yet? Put it in the comment section. Let us know what who your 5 quicks are that you're talking about. Who your favorite quicks are, sorry, that you've spoken about. I know I can mention some of the guys that are exciting me. Some of the guys that are exciting me are, for example, Gerald Kutsia. I'm really excited to see him, Steven Liefentanzi. I hope he gets more opportunities for the Dolphins in the 4-day arena. I know he was injured a lot last season, but apparently he's just as fast or even faster than Gerald Kutsia. So I remember watching him at Kaimajolo weekend. From what I saw with the naked eye, he looked menacing. Players couldn't play him. Like, they were struggling. And when I asked them about who they feared most, I asked some of the batsmen who they feared most in the tournament, and he was one of the speeches that they said they feared the most. It used to be Gerald, and obviously Gerald was coming off an injury. So he wasn't bowling at the same speed as he normally was. But we obviously saw that he recovered quite well. And in the MSL, he bowled phenomenally quick. I want to see Lifa and Tanzi obviously more. We're trying to get Lifa on the show. I've had a chat with him. We're just trying to find a spot that works for him. Obviously, with the players all getting into training again, it's quite difficult to find a nice spot that suits them. Because obviously, when they finish with training, they just want to sit up and chill, or go to chill with friends, or just relax. And they don't really want to do this whole cricket vibe. So they just want to put it behind them and relax. So I need to find a day that suits him and can suit the both of us, because obviously we're also very, very busy as well. Let's get to some more of the comments that were given on Twitter. We've had that one. Jason says, I'm a fan of Kwashile, hoping for another big season. Yes, we've chatted about Kwashile in depth. Zubair Hamza, of course. We did an exclusive interview with Zubair Hamza on our daily show. It's in the playlist. You can go check that out. We talked about the new season, about captaincy, etc. We even have the exclusive press conference where he was unveiled to the media, the Cape Town media. And we had obviously we've had open media to talk to him and Bashal Prince about what he thinks about Zubair and what he thinks about the new season, etc. What happened to Yasin Vali? Very good question. I texted Yasin Vali and asked him, and I'm presuming you're talking about Yasin Vali from the 2012 World Cup. I mean, not from the 2012 World Cup, sorry, from the 2014 World Cup. And I chatted to him and asked him if he wants to come on. He said, not quite yet. I'm really trying to get him somehow and do a feature on him or something. We really would like to know how his career is going and how he's doing. It would be interesting to see. Guys that have tuned in, just remember that if you want to call in and you want to have a chat with me, just email me. There's the email on the screen, and it is in the description as well. Come have a chat with me on the live, and we can talk about the different guys that you enjoy and who you're excited to see. I would really like to hear what you guys think. So thank you, Janine, for that. Of course. Here we go. So you've given us your speedsters. Obviously Leifer, Gerald, Nandra. Yes, Gideon Peters is also another one. It's exciting. Yes, another one with Gas Lucas Pamela, of course. Ooh, yeah, like we spoke about him moving to the Lions. It's going to be an opportunity for him to be one of the main guys in that side. So very excited to see what he can do over there. It's going to be really cool to be able to see what he can do. Let's go to the next comments that you've left me on social media. Mohammed Majid. Looking forward to seeing big runs from Zubair Hamza, Keegan Peterson, Marcus Ackerman, and Yanaman Malan. Sorry. So Yanaman is an interesting one because if England do tour, I did a episode in the Daily Show a couple of days ago where I picked my T20 squad to play against England. Now we know that the IPL is currently happening, and it ends in mid-November. So if the England tour happens at the beginning of November, which I'm not sure it would, I think they would have announced it already by then if it was going to happen so soon. But if it does, that means the Cobras will lose out on Yanaman if he gets selected for that side. So automatically, Tony de Zorzi is probably going to come in at the top of the order with Peter Malan. So we won't be able to see Yanaman in the beginning of the season if that's the case. The Cobras, with regards to the draft fixtures that were released, that they're only the draft fixtures. It must still be confirmed whether it's going to be a November 2nd start. But they're really trying to decide whether they're going to have the England series or not. So from that perspective, obviously, if the Proteas do play, the Cobras have put in place that they will travel. The draft fixtures have indicated that they will play their first couple of games away. Remember that I'm saying draft. I don't want to get in trouble or call from CSA saying, "Hey, why are you telling people that we're playing in November and we're not?" So this is just from what we've heard, obviously from the press conference as well. It's all said over there, but it must still be confirmed whether England will tour here. But that means that obviously Yanaman won't play in the first couple of games. We see Bashir says over here, Yasin won't come on today. Liverpool is playing tonight. Yeah, Liverpool's looking good. It scares me. I'm a massive United fan. I just saw that we got drawn with PSG in the UEFA Champions League. Going to be interesting. Hopefully, cross fingers, it will be Sancho versus Neymar. But as it seems, it doesn't look like we're going to get Sancho at the moment. I hope we do. For the football fans out there, I don't want to bore you too much about soccer chat, but yeah, I'm a massive United fan, and I'm just hoping that we can get some signings over the line. We've got our last one over here from a fan on Twitter, Hamza for sure, but also a big fan of Van der Dussen. Really want to see Hamza break in and settle himself in the middle order player and play for the Proteas. Yes, I think everybody wants to see that. I think a lot of people are fans of Zubair Hamza, unless they are playing against him. Very talented player. I think that it was a little bit unlucky that he didn't get an opportunity to play much more games for the Proteas. I know he struggled a bit against England, but I mean, I think that he needs a prolonged run. They need to trust him a little bit there in the number 3 position and give him more opportunities to bat, obviously, and cement his place in the side and showcase his talent. I mean, he's an amazing player, amazing story. We have on a lockdown episode with him too. You can hear his story and how he actually fought to get his position in that Cobra side, and how he fought to actually solidify his spot in that Cobra side, and how he worked at club cricket level, going through the ranks. Because I mean, he wasn't one of those players that you would say were like the major stars at school level. He was always talked about at school. I went to the same school as him, so he was always talked about at school. But his performances never necessarily always backed up his talent. He didn't play. He even told me himself that he didn't really play to his full potential when he was at school level. But when he played at club level, he was phenomenal. And obviously, when he played for Western Province, he was excellent. He has a double century, obviously, in first-class cricket. So it's phenomenal the way he has really grown his game and how mature he's become. And obviously, with the captaincy responsibilities, I think it will actually make him a better player. Um, yeah, we got another one. Yasar says in the comments, Hamza too for me too. And also see Pamela. Also guilty pleasure for leg spinner Von Berg. Yeah, a lot of people love Von Berg. Eh? I've never actually spoken to him before. I must actually try to get hold of him and maybe have a chat with him. I've never actually spoke to Van Berg. It would be an interesting conversation to have with him. It's also interesting to see what's going to happen with the Kolpak players, if they're going to come back and they're going to come straight into sides. That's going to be quite interesting to see. I think they have to work for their spots. I don't think they're the slot in. It's more bowlers actually that left than batsmen. I feel that Kolpak players I'm talking about now. Overseas players, yes, there's quite a few batsmen. I don't know what's going to happen with the overseas contracts, if they're going to lose that too, because if they are going to come back and they lose their overseas contracts as well, oh, that means we can see the likes of Louis Deploy, guys like Riley Rousseau as well. Some interesting players that can come back. Yes. See you, Bashir. Thank you for joining the show. We'll obviously get you on an episode someday, please. I'll pray for that. So, guys, that's what the guys obviously said on social media. I saw on Instagram a few of you guys have also picked some of the players. Obviously, Matthew Beretsky came up on Instagram, and of course, guys like Zubair Hamza came up, and Calvareno also came up. Very important season for Calvareno too. I think that he needs to also put up his hand. He has to also put up his hand for the Test arena. I think that I know everybody loves Quinton de Kock as the wicketkeeper batsman, and I do too. For now, obviously, I think he's our best batsman, to be honest. That's my personal opinion. Disclaimer, guys. Just know, disclaimer, these views are not my views, not Cricket Fanatics Magazine's views. I know that, yes, it's my company, etc. But I like to have Cricket Fanatics on its own and separate my views from the company itself. I think the company should run long after I'm dead. So I don't really want to have a certain push a certain narrative. I want to kind of be a neutral entity. So Jean says, since we're talking about the Cobras, I'm looking forward to see Jason Smith. Very interesting that you brought that up. I think this is the season for Jason, because two major all-rounders that were keeping him out of the side, Vernon Philander and Rory Clemford, are not playing first-class cricket anymore. So I think this is the time for Jason to step up and show that he can play a full season and show his consistency. I've seen some incredible performances from Jason Smith, bat and ball. And me personally, I think he's stronger with the bat than he is with the ball. We obviously know about the 6 trees that he planted at Wynberg Boys. He was a school star. If for the guys that don't know, Wynberg Boys is one of the top cricketing schools in Cape Town and in the country. Jock Cullis went to Wynberg Boys. Also Richard Levy, Calvareno too. So what happens is, if you score a century, you on the field, you get a tree that you get to plant on the first team field. So basically, yeah, but you need to plant it yourself. Which Jason told me that he didn't really know that he had to plant it himself, and that's why I think he's refrained from actually doing so. But yes, basically, you want 6 trees. Fun fact is that Jock Cullis only had 3, so it just shows that why people were talking so much about Jason Smith, about why he was. People were talking about him as the next Cullis and etc. And he had a lot of pressure coming out of school. Obviously, after that World Cup winning, being part of the World Cup winning side, the under-19 World Cup winning side. So there was always a lot of pressure on him, etc. To perform. But I think that, yes, he's always been a key player. He always had to miss out. He was very unlucky to miss out in the Cobras. Very unlucky to not to make it into that in on a consistent basis. Obviously, because of guys like Rory Kleinveld keeping him out and guys like Vernon Philander keeping him out of the side, he never really got an opportunity to really have a prolonged run in the side. He was always missing out to potential Proteas and experienced players. So this is the side, this is the time for him to really shine. And I hope that he does step up and he does perform. He's more of a batsman than a bowler. You said it challenge for a test spot. I think I agree with you. He's that type of, they're always talking about in the test side that we're looking for this batting all-rounders. Because obviously, Jock Cullis, possibly the best all-rounder that ever lived, one of the best all-rounders that ever lived. best, possibly the best batting all-rounder that ever lived. And we've always tried to replace him, and we've yet had an opportunity to do so. I saw that trying Dwayne Pretorius in that batting type of all-rounder role. But personally, and I love Dwayne, he's obviously been on on my daily show as well. A phenomenal player, a phenomenal human being as well. But I think that from a batting point of view, Jason's roof and Jason's potential is way better than that. And I think in the next couple of years, he can really push for that all-rounder position as that batting all-rounder in the side. We also got Vian Mulder, who's already made his test debut. So he's another guy that will also push for that. But I think Jason just looks a lot more solid when it comes to batting. He's taken the Cobras out of so many holes over the last couple of seasons. There's some amazing performances he puts in, especially against the Titans. He bats really well when he plays against them. I don't know if that's about the rivalry or whatever that case may be. Guys, obviously, you guys are watching at the moment. If you guys want to come on the stream, you can email me. We are going towards the end of this. We obviously are getting towards the end of the stream. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Sorry, guys, I just got distracted because I got a message here. I don't know if he's watching the show. That's why he's injuring me, but it's I'm not going to reveal to you who it is. But like, comment, share, subscribe, of course. And obviously download the issues of our magazine, Cricket Fanatics Magazine. We have 3 issues available. Some excellent themes that we spoke about. You guys can, it's very easy for you guys to just get it. It's free, so you don't have to pay a cent, and it will give you up-to-date features and tell untold stories of South African cricket. We've got a very exciting issue coming out this next month. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but stay tuned to social media and keep an eye out, or subscribe now and you'll get a notification in your email when the new issue comes out, when the new issue comes out. And of course, guys, you have to subscribe to the channel, obviously, and click the notification bell. See that graphic? I just did it recently. What do you guys think of the new graphic? I can maybe improve. If you guys know any videographers, let me know. But guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I really enjoyed chatting to you. Let me know if you want to do more of these type of interactive live streams. I enjoy it a lot. Obviously, with our podcast shows on a Sunday evening, we're going to be doing a lot more interactive calling. So it's on a Sunday at 8 p.m. So you guys just email me on the day. You obviously saw my email address. It's in the description. You just email me on the day. Tell me, Khalid, I want to come onto the show and give my opinion about cricket, etc., and have a chat. Because our Sunday podcast, don't be afraid or shy. I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying that they're really shy to come on the stream. They don't want to be on camera, etc. Our podcast show is very laid back. We just chill and we talk about cricket, about life. It's about random things. It's not necessarily only about cricket. Sometimes we talk, like last week on the weekend, we spoke about. Ravi was on the show, and me and Ravi are quite big nerds when it comes to series and movies and all of those type of things. So we had a whole long chat about Cobra Kai. So, for example, we just have a chat about different things that we're interested in. So just come and join the show. It's amazing just to have a chat with us. We want to hear what you guys have to say. Remember, this channel is also for you. I want you guys to go check my daily show yesterday. It was a very important announcement that we were making about how Cricket Fanatics Magazine can help you, the fan, small businesses, cricket coaches, people that are looking to get a career in journalism, of course, interns, etc., videographers, social media managers, anybody that's involved in the media or that is involved in cricket or that has small businesses. We're trying to help you guys, and we're trying to give our platform and make it available to you guys. So go check that video out. It gives a quick summary of everything that we can do to help you. But guys, I think this is the longest daily show I've ever had, and I really enjoyed talking to you guys. Thank you for picking all your favorite players. Thank you for getting involved with social media. Please go follow us on all platforms. We're obviously on YouTube, so subscribe here. We need to get to the 1,000 mark, guys, the 1,000K mark. We're nearly there, the 1K mark. We are nearly there. We've just got another 48, I think, subscribers to go. So please subscribe and share this content. Get it to all cricket fans that you know. We really want to make this platform available to everybody. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Stay safe.